YouTube has been around for many, many, many years now, and it was a very sacred, safe place for people to make content for a good portion of those years, until one day somebody decided to use their opinion to attack. And it was little at first until COVID hit. Once COVID hit, that number started to grow to a big account. And big content creators like Jacksepticeye actually commented on this when this first started really popping off when COVID hit. And of course, he got a little bit of backlash, but their point got across. Now, I'm trying to do the same thing, and of course, I'm going to have backlash. I understand that. But the way you guys are handling this is so horrible. For little ideas, I made a theory video off of my opinion off of Black Ops 7. I'm going to be straightforward with you guys. I am enjoying the zombies portion of Black Ops 7. I hated the campaign. Multiplayer is just a small upgrade from the Black Ops 6 one, and endgame is boring. But I am having a blast with zombies, so of course I'm going to make content off of it. And I had a theory that this is going to be another Black Ops 3 situation, where they tanked the campaign, so zombies and multiplayer and all that other stuff can thrive. But comments starting to roll in, they can attack me, that's fine. But if you start attacking another commenter, a viewer, then I'm going to start to speak out. I have been dealing with this for 6 months, and I occasionally lash out because somebody goes a little too far, and this is another one of those moments. You went after one of my commenters who are very positive, who they didn't like Black Ops 7, they enjoy Battlefield 6, they were very clear about that. But they were still positive, they kept everything civil. But when you start going after one of those commenters, or any of the commenters, and start a fight in the comments, then something's going to go on. So I made a short addressing that. How if you have your own opinion, right? If you like Black Ops 7, you like Black Ops 7. Cool. If you like Battlefield 6, that's also cool. However, that doesn't give you the right to harass somebody who likes the other game. Watch your content. If you like Black Ops 7, watch that content. If you like Battlefield 6, watch that content. Don't go over to the content that you hate just to shit on the content creators and their viewers and their community. My community is supposed to be a sacred space, and you're ruining it. You're poking holes in the shield. So today, we are going to be reading all the comments, and I'm going to be saying what my opinions on them too, because I did respond to a good portion of them. But we're going to start with I Know What Call of Duty's Planning, the original, that's the video that started it all. Alright, so this is from TronnyX47. They said, Black Ops 7 sucks. The COD franchise hasn't been good since 2019. Quit coping and start playing good games like Battlefield or even Arc Raiders. You'll have so much more fun by yourself and in your recordings. I'm writing this comment when I'm just waking up, so don't take me 1000% serious. LMAO. Okay. The one part about the coping, I'm not coping. Alright? I made a video off of a theory that I had. I'm not trying to cope and say it's going to get better. That's not true. This Call of Duty game is probably going to continue to tank. And the one thing that's probably going to continue to stand is the zombies. Because we have been promised multiple decent parts about zombies. And Astra Malorum does look very, very promising. Probably top 5 zombie maps ever. However, they justified their claim saying they just woke up, don't take me serious. By saying, pretty much saying that I understand that I'm going at you, but I just woke up, sorry I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. My personal opinion on Battlefield 6. I played it. My game was extremely buggy. I still had fun. Doesn't mean I'm going to go out and attack people because they like Battlefield 6. Because I had problems. It was a fun game. There were a few things that were wrong with it, but that was it. Arc Raiders doesn't catch my eye. It is just another DMZ type game. Like, if you don't know what DMZ is, that was COD. It was an extractor. It was an infiltrator, extractor, shooter game. I don't like those types of games, so I'm not going to enjoy them. You guys, that's fine. You can enjoy Arc Raiders. If you want to watch content, there are so many good content creators that make content off of that. Smitty, my favorite content creator, has made content off of it. And I watched it, and I enjoyed his video off of it, but the game itself didn't catch me. Then Josh Wright 2286 said the whole game and industry is ass. True. Not completely true, but yes, the game, not the whole game. Again, this is your opinion. That's fine. If you don't like the whole game, cool. I enjoyed Zombies. That's why I gave it a solid 8 out of 10, and it has room to improve. It has room to tank. But I at least enjoyed Zombies. The industry, the whole COD industry, it tanked. It was not ass. It had its peaks. In 2015, Black Ops 3 is a huge example for this. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, the original Modern Warfares. Those are good examples of peaks. However, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, Vanguard, Black Ops 6 and 7, those are examples of falls. Not shitting on your video, your opinion is appreciated. Appreciate you bringing your thoughts. Thank you. They literally said, Call of Duty sucks. Your video is great. Thank you for thank you for your video. Your opinion is appreciated. That is the perfect way to handle the situation. Attack the game, not the content creator. So, of course, I replied with, I really appreciate that, man, and I honestly agree. Most multiplayer games took a downward spiral the last few years. Thanks for the comment. Love to see new opinions. That is the perfect way to respond to that, in my opinion. Literally justifying their claim, saying, your opinion, I said my opinion too, and I supported them. And then, most definitely, awesome stuff. Back on the Tronny guy. I forgot to click on the... So, after they said, stop coping and don't take me serious, I said, no, you're good. I'm not trying to cope. I'm just saying a theory I have. The thing is, all of those will fall too. Black Ops Battlefield is good. I got to play recently, and it was an interesting experience. Again, I had some things that weren't okay with the game, like bugs and glitches, and there were a few things that just didn't catch my eye or caught my eye in a bad way, but I still had fun. But once they get a taste of the money, which they will, the game will continue to tank. And collab skins are just going to start rolling in. It's inevitable for a big game like that, and Arc Raiders is probably going to die in less than 6 months. Just like all the other COD, Battlefield, Fortnite killers, it's probably going to, it's popular for a bit, then dies out. Descent, I think the game that Jason Blundell created, was popular for a week and died. I get it. A lot of people like extraction shooters, but I give it less than 6 months before people are like, okay, what's next? Because the attention span, they're going to get so used to the Arc Raiders type of game, and then their attention span is going to be like squirrel, and next game. The problem with all these games, Battle Royale. Again, this is where my opinion starts to come in. Just think about it. Any game that is or gets a Battle Royale reels the player in with good, fun mechanics that are different from others, then makes you pay for cosmetics and the new Rugrats skin, and corrupts the whole franchise. All of these games needs to resort back to just fun multiplayer and campaigns and Zombies for COD without the tainted Battle Royale. And you can't stop and not hate players too. For as many people that are complaining, people like Little Billy who said, Willie likes the Battle Royale, the developers will keep it and continue to tank it. But alas, that's just an opinion and a theory. Thanks for commenting, and I'm sorry for my little spiel. Then Tronny said, to be honest, I just want to see Activision and Blizzard to just burn to the ground for the slop they've been selling and labeling as Call of Duty. Very valid. Which is what I said. Completely valid. Very disappointed the last few years. And then Deathly Cheese said, Battlefield 6 is no better. Battlefield's business model is just hoping COD does bad. See Infinite Warfare versus Battlefield 1. That was an amazing example of each year. Battlefield 1 tanked. Infinite Warfare also tanked, but did slightly better than Battlefield 1. That is a great example. What Battlefield does is they spend more years on a game, but they're mainly piggybacking off of Call of Duty, hoping that they fall. That was a great example. They didn't attack anybody. They just said their opinion. And I said, thank you. Once Battlefield 6 tanks, it's going to be nothing but collabs to try and keep it running. I No Joke just recorded a short for tomorrow on this. I'm going to go on that in a second. Sounds good. I'll subscribe. Yeah. And then Tronny said, this is probably coming from a man who's still a COD fanboy in the year 2025. That is when the attack started. That was not okay. I get it. You're trying to just joke around, but you also attacked the viewer, And if you attack one of my viewers, that's not okay. So then I made a short called The Most Controversial COD versus Black Ops 6 Video out there. So, first person is Norai Neko Bitsy. I think the different reasons we don't see people saying COD is better than Black Ops 6 is because Battlefield already had its failed game dip, that being 2042. And the devs' active efforts to rebuild fans' trust, which makes it really hard to point out things that are bad because they're actively listening. To my knowledge, I haven't kept up since release. Still not worthy and never worthy to harass the other side, though. Thank you. This is Thank you. That last part is the perfect reason and the exact reason why I made this video. I wasn't shitting on Black Ops. I wasn't shitting on Black Ops players. I wasn't shitting on Battlefield 6 players. I was saying that the harassment towards the other side needs to stop. And that right there is the perfect form of comment. Stating your opinion that Battlefield 6 is better because it has shown that they are trying to improve, still not worthy and never worthy to harass the other side. Thank you. Then White Lambert said, the worst part, it's not always just their fault. They have a bunch of sore losers that play the game and tell other people to attack others due to their views and opinions, not to bring politics into this. But it's the same thing with the right and the left, regardless on which side you're on. Very sad, but it's true. But I think both franchises have its ups and its downs. Battlefield has been very good, and it's become greater with each game. COD started slowly hit its peaks early. It rode that wave for a few games. Black Ops 6 was one of its peaks. I don't think so. I'm sorry. That's my opinion, but okay. And it just looks like it's going to drop off, but teach their own. I don't know what that part means. Maybe teach a lesson. I'm not sure. But yes, it's dropping off, but they're going to continue to tank, of course, two different players' eyes, but they might continue to rise again. There's always room for that. I'm glad there's people out here like you that actually understand that personal opinions are fine as long as you're not attacking somebody else for theirs. Thank you. That last section is again why I made this video, because you're literally saying it's not okay to harass somebody who has a different opinion. Everybody has an opinion. If you like Battlefield, good job. Congrats. Battlefield was a decent game. If you like Black Ops, one of my favorite game series out there, I enjoy it. I agree with that. There's no reason to attack somebody who is defending it. You can have your own opinion. Just don't hurt somebody else. So, I said, thank you. One of the few comments that actually understand. If you have your opinion, that's fine. That's no reason to harass someone because of it. This is the comment I was hoping for, not gonna lie. It is literally describing my whole video. Of course, there were points during my short where I said, most of the things that I'm seeing is because they're Black Ops, they're Battlefield players doing this to COD players. I have yet to see a COD player do this to a Battlefield player. And I think above, one person said it's because Battlefield is way better. But I think it's because, as horrible as the Call of Duty community is, they also have the human decency to not attack a different game. Call of Duty players don't attack Fortnite players. Fortnite players attack Call of Duty. Have you seen that? Yeah. The same thing is going on with Battlefield. I feel like the community itself is trying to tank the game. Then the JNut187 said, I love Arc Raiders. BO7 is currently just not hitting right now. And again, bro, never give up, homie. Keep up your grind. Thank you. I replied with, thanks, man. Glad you like Arc Raiders. And that's perfect. Black Ops 7 is currently just not hitting right now. And that's true. Thanks for the input. That is the perfect way to respond. Either put in your put in your opinion, or agree with them, do whatever you need to do, whatever you feel, and then be nice. That's what my whole comment section is about. Being nice to others. Alright? You can have your opinions, you can share your opinions. As long as you can play along, then videos like this won't have to happen. The fact that I have to make a video like this in the first place is horrible. Kids in Africa said, so basically what you're saying is you can't handle people commenting online. I've been dealing with this 6 months now, and I have very rarely opened my mouth. Very rarely. The reason why I'm not handling this is because you're attacking my viewers. When you attack my viewers, and me of course you're attacking me, I wouldn't, then I'm gonna start talking. Why are you a content creator if you can't handle comments from your viewers? You're not a viewer, you're an asshole. I'm gonna be straight. You aren't getting my point. My point is stop harassing. Then they went on about, the facts are that Black Ops 7 is a dead game on launch. No, it's not. There are quite a few people playing it. Quite a few. Of course, it's not the rest. It's not as many as like other games like Battlefield 6 that had multi-million, blah, blah, blah. Arc Raiders has quite a few players, but there are still quite a few 100,000 players still playing Call of Duty. It's a trash game that nobody wanted. Not true. A lot of people wanted a Black Ops 2 sequel or Black Ops 2 remake. They didn't want the slop that they gave us. But the zombies, people want the zombies. I'll be honest, big YouTuber like Mr. Waffle Waffles, a huge example of this. He has been hating on Call of Duty Zombies and Call of Duty for the last few years. This time, I have never seen this man more happy about a Call of Duty game. He is jumping out of his seat with everything that is coming out of this game. And before anybody says it's because Call of Duty bought him out, this man has proven that he has not been bought it out, because he still has his own opinions on why this sucks or why this sucks. But he's so happy because this game, Zombies, is promising. Unlike everything else like multiplayer and blah, blah, blah. There are parts to it that are trash, but not some parts. Again, Zombies. It's not full trash. It's part trash. And some people wanted it. Every single time COD has done futuristic shit, it's always been hated by the community. Again, not true. Black Ops 3 is one of the most loved Call of Duty games out there because of its zombies. The campaign was one of the worst campaigns out there, but multiplayer and zombies were some of the most loved multiplayer and zombies out there. Infinite Warfare was hated at first, but towards the end of its cycle, it gained popularity. Advanced Warfare, exact same, just not as popular as Infinite Warfare. So, I get what you're saying. Futuristic stuff shouldn't be what Call of Duty is all about, but they're trying stuff. But Battlefield 6 is doing good. Y'all try to act like BO7 is good when it's not. Have you played the game? Pick up your PC controller, whatever you're going to do. Turn it on. Try. It's not even Warzone. If you're not going to play the game yourself and you're just going to listen to people that are dissing on the game itself, and once you hear one person saying a good thing about it, you start dissing yourself. That's the whole problem here. You're dissing on the people because they're playing a game that they are enjoying. People have different opinions. Okay? You don't like Black Ops 7. That's fine. You didn't have to say that first part. You can't handle comments, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't be a content creator. My whole spiel of doing these videos is to show my support for a game. Or not to show my support for a game. I've said multiple times on a few different videos that Call of Duty is starting to tank. Literally, when I was rating Modern Warfare 3, I rated it, I think, a full 4. I don't remember because it was like 2 years ago, but I gave it a horrible rating, saying that the game was trash. I didn't do my Black Ops 6 one because I didn't have time and it's way too late now, but Black Ops 6 was a solid 6. Black Ops 7, I rated that. You want to go watch that rating? Go ahead. But it's not good. I will say that. There are parts of it that is good, but it's not fully good. Same thing with Battlefield 6. The RedSec, whatever it was, it's literally just a new Warzone. Have you seen that? It's not interesting to me, that RedSec. I played a little bit of it. I liked the multiplayer way more. Again, on my spiel about Battle Royales are tanking games. I didn't like RedSec. However, the multiplayer was, again, very buggy, so that takes the good away from it. Every game isn't going to be good. God of War is one of the most loved games on the PlayStation community. But of course, there are people that are going to say, it's not good. That's fine. That's called an opinion. But if you start hating on people for actually thinking the game is good, then you have actual problems. And you're just trying to be a dick who thinks your opinion is always right. All opinions are right. No opinion is wrong. Secret Society. said, stop crying over people's comments. I'm crying. I'm not crying over the comments. I am arguing. I'm trying to get through your thick fucking skulls that doing this to content creators and to their community is not right. If you're a content creator and you have thin skin, then perhaps you shouldn't make anything for the public space. What are you going to say the same thing for? What are you going to say the same thing for Jacksepticeye? Literally a few years ago when he did this video, he got so much hate for it. Look at him today. He's grown since then. He's still the exact same guy who dislikes these types of comments because these types of comments are assholes and these people are dicks. But he's still a big content creator and so many people love him. I'm not saying people love me. I'm still very small. But I make content in a very public space to show people that have the same view as me content that they want to see. You shouldn't make content on anything for this public space. Everyone has something to say regardless of how you feel, so learn to love the negative as well as the positive. But showing your feeling like this will only make it worse. You can never fully love the negative. Nobody likes negativity, which is why my whole thing is to stay positive. You people are making me negative. Sorry. But my whole rule is to stay positive, especially in the comments, especially with everybody else. And people like you are ruining it for my community. This is why I don't see you as a viewer, I see you as a hater. There's a huge difference. There's viewers that watch the video and usually enjoy the video. And then there's haters that watch 2 seconds of the video and don't get the whole idea of a video like this specifically and hate. Why do you think Mr. Waffles has been getting so upset with his community recently? So I replied, then what's your excuse? Because he's literally crying because I'm crying. Because I like COD. I don't even know what I said here. Again, it was like I woke up and started reading these comments. I said, because I like COD, people like you cry. I don't know what I said here. I think I was trying to say I like COD, but people like you cry too. This is supposed to be a sacred place. If you don't like my content, leave. If you don't like the games I play, leave. There's no reason to harass me time and time again because I play a game you don't like. Again, I've been dealing with this for 6 months, occasionally lashing out because, again, you go too far. I'm tired of it, which is true. I chose to be a content creator for people that enjoy the content, not assholes like you who always have shit to say. Literally. Again, I forgot to reread the Kids in Africa thing. Afterwards, I said, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm trying to say is don't blame the content creator for a game they chose to play. If you like Black Ops 6, Battlefield 6 so much, go watch their content. The fact that you chose to come here to this content and yell at us practically because I know why COD is bull. And that's the exact reason why I made this. I enjoy COD enough to do content on it, even with its flaws. Leave me be and stop blaming me for something wrong. That's with the game. They came back and said, I don't choose to come to this content. You clearly have no clue how YouTube works or how YouTube Shorts works. I don't choose what they show me. And your opinion is your opinion. It doesn't change the facts that Black Ops 7 is a dead game on launch. And they said that. And then keep coping, little bro. I'm probably way older than you. And it seems like way more mature than you. I know how YouTube works. I'm a YouTuber. I've been doing this for 2 years. Before I even started, I made sure how YouTube works. I keep up with everything that is going new with YouTube, which is a while back I made a short when I was on vacation, which I wasn't going to do anything, but I made a short on anyways, with one of YouTube's newest things that they're doing, where you have to be, it will determine your age, no matter what age you put. So I know what's going on with YouTube. I know exactly how YouTube Shorts works. They choose from things that you like. So it chose Black Ops or Battlefield, because you probably like Battlefield, because you like that kind of stuff. It's not just randomized. Yes, it is randomized. I get it. It's randomized by your liking. That's it. It figures out, the whole algorithm figures out what the viewer likes, and when you scroll or doom scroll, it shows you different things that you might like. It showed this video probably because I said Battlefield 6. And then right here, this is the one thing that you said that was right. and your opinion is your opinion. Doesn't change the fact that Black Ops 7 is a dead game. That you didn't have to say that. Right there. I get it. Black Ops 7 is a dead game. It's not dead. There are still so many people playing it, and so many content creators playing it. Some of them are bought, I'll be honest, but they're still playing the game and enjoying it. So it's not a dead game. COD is shit. I understand that. That is your opinion. And it has been for ages. I agree. Call of Duty has definitely did a downward spiral. Keep coping, little bro. I'm not trying to cope here. I'm trying to stop people from harassing me and my viewers for playing a game. Go watch Battlefield content. And if something like this shows up on your For You page and you disagree, you can either peacefully say how you disagree or scroll. That is a very, very good feature that all of these pieces of media have. The scrolling feature. I said, as a content creator, I do know how it works. I literally made sure how it works before I started. What I'm saying is stop harassing. You always have you always have the option to scroll away, but you decide to stay in my content space and yell at me for an opinion I have. I get it. Black Ops 7 isn't the best, and I hate the campaign, but I still enjoy and play other parts. How would you feel if I went to if I went to Battlefield 6 content and said my game crashed almost every game, and I played? My game crashed almost every game I played, and because you do content off it, I hate you. That's actual bull. True. And I'm not trying to support COD. I'm trying to stop the harassment in my content space for people who want to hear from the game. And then I said, you're literally hating me for being a content creator. Then they said also, when did I blame you for COD being shit? I only pointed out you shouldn't be making content if you can't handle people commenting. And then I said, you're literally hating me for being a content creator with heart defending their space. Then sprinkling the fact that COD's ass. If you want to say the content part, you can say the content part. You don't need to sprinkle in the part about COD being ass. What does that look like to you? Attacking me because of my videos and rubbing in my face that COD sucks. There are good commenters out there. Again, literally, example A is Noroi Neko Bitsy, sorry. They literally said their opinion and then said how, literally described my video in a sentence. Harassment is not good. I don't want people to agree with me all the time. Agreeing with somebody every single time, of course, is going to cause controversy, and it's not cool. Of course, there's going to be people that have different opinions. But when you start going after the people that have different opinions, that's a problem. That is a problem. And as a content creator, I need to defend my community. And if I don't, I'm going to be seen as a little pussy. Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Mr. Waffle Waffles, so many other content creators, Smitty, they defend their community if they feel threatened, or if they feel their community is threatened. That is the way of a content creator. They will defend their community because it's their community. You're not a part of this community if you're going to attack us. You're not a viewer if you're going to attack us. What I'm trying to say here is content creating, people do it not to get the heat. It's going to come. It shouldn't be. But they started to say their opinion, to enjoy a game, hopefully to entertain, to inform, so on and so forth. They don't want people coming in their comments saying that you shouldn't be a content creator because you like this game, or you shouldn't be a content creator because you have a little bit of heart. Like, what even is that thought process? The community, a content creators community should be a very peaceful place, full of different opinions who get along with each other. The fact that nobody's getting along anymore, and this isn't even just for YouTube, this is for content creating all over the place. The fact that nobody's getting along with anybody anymore is horrible. And which is honestly why I think that most social medias should shut down, because until people start to gain at least a little bit of heart, because there's no heart anymore. People have gained too much, I guess, authority and thinking they're too big. Nobody is bigger than the other. Every opinion is right. That doesn't give you the right to attack others. I made this video to get through your thick skull to stop attacking people. Most of these comments are not okay. You should not go into my community and say, you're defending your community, so you shouldn't be a content creator. That's actually exactly why I should be a content creator, because I'm defending the community I have built. When you come in here and you start attacking, I will defend my community as much as possible. You do not see me going around literally attacking first, being on the offense, being the first to attack. I have always said everybody's opinion is their own opinion and every opinion is valid. That does not give you the right, does not at all give you the right to attack our opinions. If you don't like my content, do not attack. Leave. There are so many other content creators that have your point of view and that you will have fun enjoying. My space is for my community and for my community to grow with people that enjoy this content. Not for people like you that are just going to hurt my community.